Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws.
This.
Every highway patrol officer knows that a broken law leads to broken lives. For the pettiest of crimes can create a chain reaction that results in personal disaster. In this case, the lawbreaker was Chuck Jackson, gas station attendant, a petty thief. But the repercussions of his crime turned a small-scale robbery into a major tragedy.
A moment, sir, and I'll check your tires.
Oh, they're all right, thank you.
May I have your keys, sir?
What?
Well, to open up the trunk. I'll check your spare tire.
It's okay.
I bet you haven't checked it in months, sir. Hey, you okay? You look kind of gray, mister.
Oh, I'll be all right if I can just take one of these pills.
Hey, Johnny! John! Hey, John, you want to take this man in the office? He don't look so good.
If I can just have some water, please, like this way.
Feeling any better, sir?
Oh, much better, thanks.
Thank you, sir. Always glad to serve you. Hey, John? What was the matter with that man?
Hard, I guess.
It's tough.
At 11:45 a.m., 10 minutes after leaving the service station, Professor McKay's heart attack became critical. A passing motorist found him parked on the shoulder of the road and notified the highway patrol.
Who's covering this one?
3230.
Let me see, that's Johnson.
Yeah, he just called in.
What happened?
Well, evidently the driver had a heart attack.
Oh, how is he?
He's in bad shape. The ambulance just left with him. Tow car's on its way.
Okay.
Right.
With Professor McKay on his way to the hospital, his car was taken into custody to be claimed by the professor or his family. The officer filled out the standard impound list, noting all articles that were in the car at the time of the incident. The tow car driver signed the list as a witness, thus protecting all concerned against the possibility of petty theft.
Hey, boss.
Yeah?
You all right if I go to lunch?
Okay.
Here's the impound list on that McKay case.
Okay, Johnson, I'll put it in the mill. Yes?
When Johnson comes in, tell him I want to see him.
Well, he's here now.
All right, send him in.
Right.
Okay, I heard it. You wanted to see me?
Yeah, McKay's daughter called. She's worried about a jewelry case that was in the car.
Oh, I didn't see any jewelry case.
Where's the impound list?
Foster has it.
Let's go over it.
I won't find anything there either. Say, what's this all about?
Professor McKay. He appraises rare stones. His daughter said there were some stones in the car. They're worth a lot of money.
Well, if they're not on the list, they weren't in the car.
Who's the guy to check this with you?
The tow truck driver.
Well, we better get down there.
Where?
To the hospital. This is not going to help the professor's heart condition any. You get the car. I'll meet you out front.
Where did you find this? In the trunk?
The glove compartment. I had the keys. The guy was gone, so I helped myself. Hey, this guy looks like he's a safe cracker or something.
State Lapidary Society.
State what? What's this lapidary?
This.
They look real.
They are real. This presents a problem, Chuck. You just promoted this to the big time.
Oh, what's the problem about that?
Use your head.
Well, I am. These'll bring a few grand if they're real.
They're real, all right. How can we get rid of them?
Oh, well, that's your business, Mr. Davis. I did my job.
First of all, we have to find an appraiser for these and find out how much they're worth.
Well, that shouldn't be hard.
We've got to find the right appraiser. Someone who is willing to work with us. We can't waste time. Stones like these generate a lot of heat. The kind of heat that attracts the police.
Are you Mr. Matthews?
Yes. You, Miss McKay?
Yes.
This is Officer Johnson.
How's the professor? Any improvement?
No. The doctor and nurse are with him now. Did you bring the jewelry case, Mr. Matthews?
It wasn't in the car.
Of course it was in the car.
It wasn't there.
But my father told me it was there, in the glove compartment. He just mentioned it a few minutes ago.
There was nothing in the glove compartment, Miss McKay.
I don't appreciate having my father called a liar.
Miss McKay, nobody's calling anybody a liar. He could have been mistaken, you know.
His heart was damaged, Mr. Matthews, not his brain.
You're sure the case was in the car?
Daddy had been called to Capital City by the Lapidary Society to appraise some rough-cut gems. He had the gems with him in his tool case. He was on his way home, and they were in the car when he had the attack.
Miss McKay, here's the impound list I made out. It's been witnessed.
I don't care about lists.
But this one's important.
So are those gems. They're worth a fortune, and my father is responsible for them.
We'll find them, but I'd like to know a lot more.
Well, for goodness sakes, how much more must you know? They were in the car when he left the society.
You're sure of that?
Check with the office. They'll have the receipts Daddy signed when he took the gems. Call them up.
All right, I will, but I'd like to talk to your father first.
They won't even let me in there with him.
Well, he could have stopped someplace along the line, and somebody could have gotten into the car.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, why?
My father isn't a fool. He wouldn't drive around with the glove compartment unlocked.
Oh, it was locked, all right. Hadn't been tampered with.
How did you open it?
Well, with his car keys.
That's standard procedure.
But the gems are gone.
Well, the professor will probably give us an explanation.
Right now, the professor is in no condition to explain anything, Mr. Matthews. And those gems are gone. They didn't just disappear by themselves.
Yeah, that's right. There could be a misunderstanding.
Or they were stolen.
It's a possibility.
And only one man had access to the glove compartment.
Well, you think I took them?
Why not? It's no secret my father works with precious stones.
Wait a minute now. Officer Johnson is...
Officer Johnson is a human being. That badge doesn't turn a man into an angel, Mr. Matthews.
You're a human being, too. And you're making a very human mistake.
Why? Because I'm accusing a man with a badge? Why can't this man be a thief? Tell me why.
Now, Miss McKay.
All right, hold it. You don't have to defend yourself against this accusation.
He'd better defend himself. Those stones are gone, and he's the only one who could have taken them.
I know you're upset, but before you throw accusations around, I'd like to talk to the professor.
Miss McKay, won't you go in, please?
How's he feeling?
He's dead.
The next morning, a telephone call to the Lapidary Society in Capital City verified the fact that Professor McKay had taken the gems with him. Witnesses confirmed the fact that they were in his metal case, and he had put the case in the glove compartment of his car.
All right, come over here. Let's see now. The professor left here at around 10:15. He was here at 11:45 and had a heart attack. That's roughly around 80 miles. But someplace between here and there, they took that case out of the glove compartment. I'm pretty fast.
Mr. Matthews?
Yeah?
Can I see a minute?
Sure, come on in. Okay, what's on your mind? Wait a minute, what are you doing?
I hear Ellen McKay filed charges against me.
All right, so what?
I can't stay in uniform while I'm under suspicion.
Who said you're under suspicion?
Well, it doesn't have to be said. The charges are there, and if I can't prove I'm innocent...
You don't have to prove it. She has to prove you're guilty. That applies even for policemen, you know.
Yeah, but it's not quite the same when you wear a badge. Sooner or later, the newspapers get a hold of the story. Then the cop haters and the cranks whip it into a big issue and use it to smear the patrol.
So you want to leave the patrol, huh?
No, I don't. But let's be realistic. As long as I'm in uniform, every move I make will be questioned. But if I could just get a leave of absence, I know I could clear myself.
Yeah, how?
Or at least I'd be free to investigate without attracting too much attention.
You can't investigate anything without that badge and card, so take them back.
Look.
I said take them back. Boy, we'd be in great shape if we turned our badge in every time somebody registered a beef.
Yeah, well, that McKay girl...
She's not thinking straight. She's worried about her father's reputation. She's using you as the goat. You go back to duty. I'm going to see a girl about a goat.
Hi, remember me, Mr. Matthews?
I'm not too sure.
Ed Borden, Daily Chronicle.
Oh, sure, Borden. Nice to see you again.
Hey, Mr. Matthews, why is it a cop will meet a public enemy face to face, but when he sees a reporter, he runs? All I want's a statement from you.
About what?
The missing gems and the charges against Officer Webb.
Borden, you know too much already.
That's my job. Look, I don't want to print this story without hearing your side of it.
Well, why bother to print it at all?
When a well-known citizen, especially a beautiful female citizen, points a finger at a cop, that tells newspapers.
Yeah, at the cost of a good officer's reputation. Look, the cranks are going to jump on us and tear the patrol to pieces. Borden, you don't have to print this. Not yet, anyway.
When will you have something?
I don't know.
The evening edition? That'll give you most of the afternoon.
I can't promise.
I can't sit on it longer than that. If I don't print it, somebody else will.
All right, the evening edition.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Oh, just a moment, the front door. Hello, Mr. Matthews. I'll be with you in a minute. May I call you back, dear? Yes, Bye-bye. What can I do for you, Mr. Matthews?
Well, I'd like to ask you some questions, if you don't mind.
Would it matter if I did mind?
To tell you the truth, it would.
What would you like to know?
I'd like permission to check your father's car. We might be able to find something.
It's in the driveway. Anything else?
Yeah, your father drove back from Capital City quite often. Did he have any favorite places to stop, like a restaurant or something like that?
Not that I know of. Excuse me.
Sure.
Hello? Yes. Yes, this is his daughter. No, I don't know a thing about the missing gems. Newspaper men.
Well, does that include Ed Borden? I can just talk to him outside.
He's a friend of the family's. He asked questions, I gave answers.
You don't know the answers.
I'm not a child.
All right, now look, the stones. You don't know if they're missing or stolen or what. You're doing everything you possibly can to smear an officer's reputation.
And what about my father's reputation? Certainly he's much more important than that.
Now, wait a minute, please, don't say it. Because Officer Johnson's daughter might not like it.
His daughter?
Yeah, she's 10 years old. She doesn't judge reputation by social standing.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize what I was saying.
You haven't realized a lot of things.
It's just that all of a sudden I'm so alone.
Well, you better start thinking, or you'll be more alone. $21.50 to headquarters.
Headquarters by.
I found a credit card receipt in McKay's car. Stated yesterday. He must have stopped for gas on the way back from Capital City.
I found an appraiser in the city, Chuck. He'll study the rocks for us.
Can we trust him?
Can you get away? If I close my store, I'll have to think of a million excuses to tell my wife.
Well, the boss owes me some time. I'll meet you at your shop in about an hour.
Okay.
Good boy.
The location of the service station was pinpointed at about 35 miles from the McKay home. An undercover car was called into action.
Here's the address of that gas station. It's on 5th Street.
Okay, it's a long shot, but we'll give it a try. I'll take this car. You follow with that at a safe distance. If we happen to be right in this case, I don't want to scare him off.
Fill her up, sir?
Please.
He's all set, sir. That'll be $3, sir.
Oh. Here you are. Hey, by the way, what's your name?
My name? What for, sir?
I want to know who to ask for next time I come in.
Oh, just ask for Chuck. Chuck Jackson.
Thanks, Chuck. I'll remember. I think we got us a suspect. That gas station attendant over there. I'm going to hang around, see what he does.
"25 minutes after the stakeout was established, Chuck Jackson's car was seen leaving the service station. The Highway Patrol's undercover car followed at a safe distance.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
Not until I count 'em. Okay.
All right, hold it. Get your hands on top of your heads.
What is this, a holdup?
No, it's Highway Patrol. Move. I said move. Oh. All right, come on your feet.
I had a right to shoot. I thought you were the holdup man, the thief.
Oh, you made a mistake. You're the thief.
You've got no evidence, no witnesses. Your story won't hold up.
Yeah, it'll hold up. I got a reporter waiting for it. All right, come on, move.
You haven't got a bit of evidence.
He has. It's a good thing you're wearing that badge, Johnson.
What do you mean?
If you weren't, I'd have to run you in for illegal use of firearms. Come on, let's go. Next week's Highway Patrol story is a very unusual one. I hope you'll be with us. Until then, remember, it isn't the car that kills, it's the driver. This is Broderick Crawford saying, see you next week.